In this video, we're unmasking the jealousy monster with 12 telltale signs that someone close to you is secretly trying to bring you down so you can spot it, protect your peace, and stop it before it destroys your success. The people you trust might be hiding their true feelings, and it's time to expose the truth you won't believe. Sign number 10. Stick around and you'll see how they're watching your every move, even when they pretend not to care. Let me tell you something, jealousy is a force. It's a silent, lurking danger. It has the power to disrupt your peace, your relationships, your personal growth, everything. But here's the kicker. Most people don't even recognize it when it's right in front of them. They mistake it for a harmless rivalry, or just a bit of competition, maybe even a touch of envy. But jealousy, no, it's much darker than that. It's not just a simple feeling. It's a poison that, if left unchecked, will infiltrate your life in ways you never saw coming. And often it comes from the people closest to you. You might be wondering, what does this have to do with me? But trust me, if you're out here living your truth-making moves and striving to be your best self, there will be eyes on you. And some of those people, they won't be rooting for you. They'll be watching, hoping you'll trip up, hoping for your downfall. These are the ones harboring jealousy, and it's crucial to spot them early. Once you recognize the signs, you can protect your peace and avoid their toxicity. Sign number 1. They can't be happy for your success. Ever had someone you trusted, someone close to you, who went cold the moment something good happened to you? Maybe it was a promotion, a new relationship, or even just a small win. They distance themselves, stop calling, and start acting strange. That's jealousy at play. It's toxic. We're often quick to celebrate with people we think are on our team. Right, we're happy, they're happy, everything seems perfect. But once jealousy gets involved, that harmony shifts. You hit a milestone, and instead of cheers, you get silence, or worse, criticism that has nothing to do with your success. They dig up past mistakes, things that are completely irrelevant to what you just achieved. Why? Because they can't stand seeing you progress. Now, don't doubt yourself. You're not imagining things. This happens more often than we like to admit. It hurts, especially when it's someone you thought would be happy for you. But that's the nature of jealousy. It's not about you, it's about them. Their jealousy comes from their own insecurities, their fear of not being enough, of not achieving what they dream of. Your win is a reminder of their unfulfilled desires. It makes them feel small, instead of seeing your success as motivation to better themselves. They use it as an excuse to tear you down. What makes it even harder is when this jealousy comes from someone close, a friend, a family member, someone you trust. You start questioning yourself. Am I overreacting? But no, you're not. You're seeing the signs of someone who isn't truly happy for you, and that's okay. But here's the key, it's not your problem. Don't internalize their jealousy. Don't make it about you. A real friend, a true supporter, will be in your corner, lifting you up when you succeed. They won't make your wins feel like a burden. They'll celebrate with you even when they're facing their own struggles. They'll still be happy for your victories. They'll recognize that your success isn't a competition. It's part of a bigger picture. There's space for both of you to shine, but a jealous person, they'll try to shrink your success, cut you down to size. They'll twist things, even try to make you doubt yourself. They'll remind you of mistakes you've long moved past. They want to deflect from your success and focus on your flaws. Why? To bring the attention back to them, to shift the focus from who you've become to who you used to be. And this is where you need to draw the line. Don't let their jealousy make you second-guess yourself. Don't let their inability to handle your joy steal your happiness. The moment you realize they can't celebrate with you is the moment you need to distance yourself from that energy. You don't need negativity like that in your life. You need people who genuinely lift you up, who see your success as something to be proud of, not something to feel threatened by. The truth is, your success isn't their failure. It never was, and it never will be. But if they can't see that, if they can't handle your happiness, then it's time to move on, keep growing, and leave that toxic energy behind. Real friends. Don't let jealousy come between them. They stand by your side and cheer you on. If someone can't do that for you, then let them go. Keep moving forward, because your success is yours, and nothing or no one can take that from you. Here's sign number 2. They subtly criticize you, but always mask it as advice. You know, that one person who always seems to have something to say no matter what you do or how you handle things. They're always ready with their so-called advice, acting like they're looking out for your best interests, like they genuinely care. But deep down, you know, there's something else behind it. It's never truly about helping you. It's about undermining you, getting you to question your choices, and subtly criticizing your direction in life. They won't come right out and say it, though. Oh no. They're too smooth for that. Instead, they disguise their words as helpful tips, like they're just offering a better way for you to do things. But when you really listen, you start to see through it. It's not about you improving. It's about them trying to make you feel smaller, planting seeds of doubt about the decisions you're making. What they're giving you isn't advice. It's a thinly veiled criticism cloaked in concern. They'll tell you how you should have done this differently, or how you could have handled that better completely, ignoring the fact that what you're doing is actually working for you. It's not about bettering you, it's about controlling you, making you feel like you're not enough. If someone is constantly telling you how to live your life, how to make your decisions, but never celebrates your wins, that's a huge red flag. That's jealousy, hiding behind the guise of advice. A real friend lifts you up. They support you even when they haven't figured everything out in their own life. They don't make you feel small to make themselves feel better. So when you hear more criticism than praise, more suggestions than support, it's time to recognize the real motive behind it. Sign number 3, they avoid acknowledging your success altogether. You've just crushed a goal and they're completely silent about it. No congratulations, no high fives. It's like your success doesn't even exist in their world. They'll shift the conversation to something about them, or change the subject entirely. It's a clear sign that they can't handle seeing you win, so they pretend it didn't even happen. A real friend would never act like your achievements don't deserve recognition. Sign number 4, they keep track of your mistakes, but forget your progress. Have you ever noticed how they never seem to forget your mistakes, even when you've long moved past them? They'll bring up that one time you stumbled while completely ignoring how far you've come, since it's like they want you to feel defined by your flaws and failures, but they never mention the growth, the lessons learned, or the strides you've made. That's jealousy, trying to keep you in a box stuck in the past, because they can't stand to see you evolve. Sign number 5, they act fake when you're around other people. They're one way when it's just the two of you, but when other people come around, suddenly they act totally different. They might shower you with compliments or act like the best friend in the room, but deep down you know it's not genuine. They can't stand the thought of others seeing you as more successful, more popular, or more worthy than they are. This is a tactic to keep you from feeling too good about yourself in front of others. Real friends are authentic with you at all times, not just when it suits them. Sign number 6. They've always got a negative story to tell about someone you admire. You talk about a mentor, someone who inspires you, and they immediately have a story about how that person isn't all that great. They're overrated. They've got their own issues. They never want you to have a positive role model because they don't want you looking up to someone else, especially someone who might make you realize your potential. A jealous person will always have something negative to say about anyone you admire because they're too busy focusing on your faults to see anyone else's greatness. 7, they downplay your passions. You share something you're passionate about, a hobby, a new project, a dream you're chasing, and instead of encouraging you, they make it seem trivial. Oh, that's cute, but don't get your hopes up. They all think they're going to be the next big thing. They try to make your passions seem small, like you're wasting your time or dreaming too big. That's jealousy at work. It's easier to make you feel like your dreams are out of reach than to admit they're envious of your ambition. 8, they make everything about themselves. When you're struggling, it's one thing when you're winning, but when you're going through a tough time, that's when the true colors show. Instead of offering support, they turn the conversation back to themselves. My situation is worse than yours. I've been through so much more than you. They can't stand seeing you get attention for your struggles, so they shift focus back to their own hardships. Jealousy thrives in these moments, trying to make everything about them to keep the spotlight away from you. 9, they start distancing themselves when you start leveling up. You've been doing well lately, progressing, evolving, hitting milestones, and suddenly they're not as available as they used to be. The calls go unanswered. The texts are left on read when you're no longer on the same level as them. they begin to fade into the background instead of supporting your success. They quietly withdraw because they can't handle you outgrowing them. It's a sign they were only sticking around when they felt like they had the upper hand. 10. They pretend not to care, but they follow your every move. They'll say, "I don't care what you're doing," but you know they're watching everything you do. They'll like your posts, comment on your updates, but act indifferent to your successes. It's a tactic to keep tabs on you without letting you know they're paying attention. Jealousy tries to hide behind the mask of indifference, but actions speak louder than words, and they're always watching, always keeping track of your every step. 11. They offer unsolicited advice on your personal life. You've got a new relationship, a new direction in your personal life, and suddenly they're all about telling you how to handle it. You know, you should be more careful with that person. You're moving a little too fast. Don't you think they've got all sorts of helpful pointers, even though you didn't ask for any? What they don't realize is that they're not giving advice. They're trying to make you doubt your choices, to make you question your happiness. A supportive person would celebrate your new journey with you, not try to control how you live it. It's jealousy trying to put you in a box to make you feel like your happiness isn't good enough. 12. They always seem to have perfect timing for a complaint when things are going well for you. You've just hit a high in your life, a promotion, an achievement, a personal win, and suddenly they're complaining about something in their own life. It's like clockwork. "Well, my day has been awful. My boss is terrible. My relationship is just, ugh." They throw these complaints at you right after your big win, making the conversation shift away from your joy and back to their struggles. It's almost like they're trying to steal the attention, like they can't stand the thought of you shining too brightly. This is jealousy at its finest, disguised as a need to vent, but really it's about bringing the mood down and taking away your spotlight. Now that you know the signs of jealousy, it's time to take control of your peace. The key isn't just cutting people off or pushing them away. It's about reclaiming your energy. Sometimes it's as simple as not letting their negativity penetrate your space. You don't need to constantly explain or justify your success to anyone. Instead, focus on what empowers you and keep moving forward. Let your growth be the loudest response. Surround yourself with those who genuinely celebrate you, and remember that their insecurities are not your responsibility. Your peace is your power. Protect it and let it fuel your journey. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this video, subscribe and take care of yourself. See you in the next video.